Hello students, Science and Technology Part 2 paper. From that our fourth lesson, Environmental Management. We started this lesson in last lecture. Introduction part, concept of ecosystem, the difference between environment and ecosystem, environment conservation, all these things we discussed in last lecture in that video. Today we are going to start the next point of this lesson, environmental conservation, our social responsibility. Since existence of human, there is interrelationship between human and environment. Human stepped on earth long after formation of earth. On the earth, human being proved its superiority as compared to other animals with the help of characters like intelligence, memory, imaginary ability, etc. Because we know that human beings are different from other animals. They are superior. Why? As compared to other animals, human beings are superior. What is the reason behind that? Development of brain. But greediness of humans, it leads to the degradation of environment. How? Human established domination over the nature. Human utilized all the natural resources as much as possible in an attempt to live a satisfactory life. Human kept on snatching from the nature as much as possible, and this leads to increase in problems. We know that all human beings, we are directly, indirectly depend on nature to satisfy, to fulfill our basic needs. Which one? Food, shelter, clothes, medicines. But due to this, there is degradation is occurring, and due to this degradation, environmental imbalance is occur. From this entire scenario, we can understand that human has crucial role in maintaining the environmental balance. If human has disturbed the environmental balance, then the human itself only can conserve and improve the quality of nature. Many times, general public is unknown that its activities are harmful to environment, and thereby unknowingly many activities happens. Here different acts are there. You can read out this. These all Forest Conservation Act, Environmental Conservation Act, these are helpful in environmental conservation. Okay. Here the big story of a small man. He is working as a forest worker since the age of 16 years. Once, large number of snakes died in the flood of Brahmaputra river flowing by the village. As a preventive measure, Molai planted 20 bamboo plantlets. In 1979, the local social forestry department began a social afforestation project on 200 hectares of land. He just started to build up that area into forest from plantation of 20 bamboo plantlets. After that, Molai continued to plant the trees even after completion of the project. As a result, his continuous work of planting and caring for the trees, the barren area witnessed the forest cover over the 1360 acres. And today this jungle in Kokilamuk of Jorhat district of Assam is the result of the hard work for 30 years. He has been awarded with the prestigious Padma Shri award by Government of India for this unparalleled work. And that area, it is well known as Molai Jungle. What is the moral of this story? This is a very inspirational story. You can read out in detail. A single person, if determined, can establish a new forest. We can conserve this biodiversity, we can conserve this environment. Okay. Now next point, it is the environmental conservation and biodiversity. We know the concept of environmental conservation, but what is the concept of biodiversity? Biodiversity, that means bio, living thing, diversity, variety. So living thing, that means only human beings, only animals? No. Plants are there, insects. That means we can say from smallest microorganism to largest well include in this biodiversity. So there is a tremendous variety of these all living species, which collectively in word if we define them, then it is called as the biodiversity. Most harmful effect of the environmental pollution occurs on the living organisms. Have you seen some examples of this in your area? Common examples are there. Due to the increase in pollution, health issues are formed. We can say due to the water pollution, whatever of varieties of plants and animals. However, we are not able to see some specific animals about which we had listened from our earlier generations. Who is responsible for this? Biodiversity is the richness of living organisms in nature due to presence of varieties of organisms, ecosystem and genetic variations within a species. Biodiversity occurs at 3 levels. We know that in first lesson we discussed, that is genetic variation, it leads to the evolution. But here biodiversity, it get decrease. Therefore variety of organisms also they get vanish. So biodiversity occurs at 3 different levels. First one, genetic diversity. Occurrence of diversity among the organisms of same species is genetic diversity. For example, each human being is different from other. Why? Due to the genetic diversity. But here possibility of wiping out the species arises if there is decrease in the diversity within the species whose members involve in sexual reproduction. We know that due to the sexual reproduction, in that variations are occur and that variations leads to the evolution. Second one, species diversity. Innumerable species of organisms occur in the nature. This is called as the species diversity. Species diversity includes various types of plants, animals and microbes, because these all are the different species, and among these different species a variety is there. Third one, ecosystem diversity. Many ecosystems are present in region. We know that in nature different types of the ecosystem are present. Forest ecosystem, terrestrial ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, freshwater ecosystem, aquatic ecosystem, marine ecosystem. All these are the types of the ecosystem. And ecosystem is formed through the interaction between plants, animals, their habitat and changes in the environment. Each ecosystem has its own characteristics, animals, plants, microbes and abiotic factors. That is forest ecosystem, it is a different one. Which type of plants, animals, they are present in the forest ecosystem. The animals, the plants which are suitable to that environment. They can survive in that type of the ecosystem. Aquatic ecosystem, in that different types of animals are there, different types of plants are there. That animals and plants habitat is also different one. Their environment is also different one. Ecosystems are also of 2 types, natural and artificial ecosystem. Artificial ecosystem, it also called as the man-made ecosystem we can say. So mainly they are of 2 types. Next point, it is the sacred groves. Diagram 4.3, that picture indicates the sacred grove. What is this? On this short notes may ask, okay, The forest conserved in the name of God and considered to be sacred, it is called as a sacred grove. These are in fact sanctuaries conserved by the society and not by the government forest department. As it has been conserved in the name of God, it has special protection, and in different religion there is a special weightage, there is a special worship of these plants. So different examples are there. These clusters of thick forests are present not only in western Ghats of India but in the entire country. More than 13,000 sacred groves have been reported in India. We can give the more example of these sacred groves, like in Rajasthan, Dev Narayan. This is the sacred groves. So this Dev Narayan, it is the collection of the neem plant. That area it is covered by this neem plant, but it is declared as a sacred grove. Or in Himachal Pradesh, Deoband, it is also a sacred grove. In Andhra Pradesh, in Assam, in Gujarat, in different states, these sacred groves are present. In Maharashtra, Devrai, it is the name of the sacred groves. Okay. Here, these symbols are there. Examination also, this question may ask. So, the meaning of this symbol, they are related with the environmental conservation. So, first symbol, it indicates the dispose waste in dustbin. We must dispose the waste in dustbin. Second symbol, it indicates the save energy or conserve the energy. Third one, save fuel. Fourth one, save water. So these four are the symbols which are related with the environmental conservation. In this blue color box, 7 points are there. These can be helpful to conserve the biodiversity. First one, it is the protecting the rare species of organisms, establishing national parks and sanctuaries. In that we can, in these national parks, in these sanctuaries, we can conserve that rare species. Declaring some regions as the bioreserves. Projects for conservation of special species, conserving all plants and animals, observing the rules, maintaining record of traditional knowledge, because this traditional knowledge, it is very helpful for the future generation. This chart also a very important one. It shows us my role in environment. So different steps are there, like conservation, control, production, awareness, prevention and preservation. These are the main steps through which we can play a very important role in conservation of the environment. So next point, it is the hotspots of biodiversity. What is the meaning of biodiversity hotspot? It means that it is a biogeographic region with significant level of biodiversity, but that is threatened by human habitation. In this region, number of species, biodiversity it is present is very high amount, different variety is present, but due to the human activities, it become the threatened. This concept, it is the hotspots of biodiversity. 34 highly sensitive biodiversity spots are reported all over the world. Such areas had once occupied 15.7% area of the earth. At present, 86% of the sensitive areas are already destroyed. And related to this, the endangered heritage place of the country. Which one? The Western Ghats spread over the states of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Tamil Nadu and Kerala has been endangered due to the mining industry and research for natural gas. Habitats of Asiatic lion and wild bison of this region have been under threat. Manas Sanctuary of the Assam is under threat due to the dams and indiscriminate use of the water. Tiger and rhino of that region are under the threat due to the construction of dam and indiscriminate use of that water. So we know that a common insect like butterfly, a smallest insect, also plays a very important role in maintain the balance in nature. But due to the human activities, due to the construction of dams, continuously deforestation is occur, trenches are dug, all these activities result into the decrease in number of these rare species. Detailed information about that, it is classification of the threatened species. फर्स्ट वन एंडेंजर्ड स्पेसीज, इसमें भी अभी सब टाइप्स है. एंडेंजर्ड जोन में आ गई ये स्पेसीज. देयर हैबिटेट, दैट इज देयर लिविंग प्लेस, इट गेट्स श्रंक एंड ड्यू टू दैट दे कैन नॉट सर्वाइव. और अगर ऐसे ही सिचुएशन कंटिन्यू रहेगी, ये स्पेसीज सर्वाइव नहीं कर पाएंगे. एग्जाम्पल, लायन टेल्ड मंकी, लेसर फ्लोरिकन. लेसर फ्लोरिकन, it is also called as the tanmore. Okay, so these are the endangered species. Second one, rare species. Number of these organisms is considerably declined. Organisms of these species being endemic may become extinct very fast. Example, red panda, musk deer. Third one, vulnerable species. Number of these organisms is extremely less and continues to decline. Continuous decline in their number is worrisome reason. Example, tiger and lion. Students, all these animals, they play very important role in food chain, in food web, and this food chain, this food web, they balance the ecosystem, they balance the environment. And if their number it become decrease, their species if they get vanished, very dangerous situation may arise. Last one, indeterminate species. Indeterminate species, that means the organisms appear to be endangered, but due to their some behavioral habits like shyness, there is no definite and substantial information. Indeterminate species, that means दे आर इन एंडेंजर्ड जोन. उनके भी नंबर क्या हो रहा है, मतलब वो डेंजर जोन में आ गए, उनके नंबर कंटिन्यूसली इट गेट डिक्रीज. बट ड्यू टू द माइनिंग, ड्यू टू द डिफॉरेस्टेशन, ऑल दिस एक्टिविटीज़ दे अफेक्ट ऑन देयर. और उनका बिहेवियर कैसे है, स्पेशल बिहेवियर जैसे शाइनेस, जल्दी से वो हाइड हो जाते हैं या दे जस्ट चेंज द प्लेसेस. सो दिस इज़ द बिहेवियरल हैबिट्स एंड ड्यू टू दैट there is no specific information about this species. Example, giant squirrel, that is the shrew. The core point of this lesson, it is environmental degradation is occur very fastly, very speedily. Different reasons are there, we know that reasons, but each and every one we must use that remedies for conservation of the environment. Then only future generation can be survived, because pollution, increase in the population, deforestation, all these things creates only problem. And if nature is not there, then survival of living thing cannot be possible. This is all about our fourth lesson, environmental management. Lesson is very easy, common issues are there, very interesting, information is also there like sacred groves, threatened species, biodiversity hotspots. So read out the lesson completely. If any difficulty regarding to that, you can ask me. Thank you.